And welcome back, folks, to episode 67 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. I am Douglas Smythe from PhoenixShaving.com. And with me today, we have Mr. Joseph Borelli from the Wet Shaving News.
What's up, guys?
Actually, it's probably this way. It's never the way I
The other way, go.
And we have the clean shaver himself, Scott Austin Miller, joining us.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
And soon we'll be having...
All right.
We'll have Matt Pisarcik joining us as a fourth panelist. He's walking around with headphones, and there's a pig. Check out the pig. That was a pig before it was Matt. Anyways, yes, this is the grand reopening of the Razor Emporium. He's like,
Dave's Reggie talking about this. All barbers.
Whoa. Nice.
They sent me that stuff like 5 months ago. I still need to do a review on it.
Sorry. I was trying to get him to snort into the microphone. Anyways, that's Frankie the Pig. So this is the grand reopening of the Razor Emporium, and we're having a grand time here today. It's now winding down. It's going since noon. There's a barbecue outside. There's actually a train across the street that derailed. Yeah, so it's been nonstop action here. And yeah, so it's been going strong all day. We've actually had a lot of new wet shavers so far, folks that just haven't shaved yet. And one guy I thought he was going to be shaving in the bathroom, trying for the first time using an electric razor shaver. So that's what's been going on over here. And so it's really great because I know after this, I don't have to go, back into my shop and make soap anymore. From here, I'm going to party a little longer, and then I'm going to head into an antique shop before Matt Pisarcik does and look for some antique stuff. So how you guys doing?
Just great. Just,
Can't complain. Doing great.
Yep.
Nice. Did you get everything on your wish list there, Scotty?
oh, gosh. Then you get me started.
Oh.
Man.
So it's good to be here. Now, Matt should be joining us any moment. But so this is kind of just like, it's November. There's a lot going on right now. It's November. The holidays are happening to us. I've got a pig at my feet. So, I mean, we can pretty much talk about anything across the board right now.
This will be interesting.
I think Scott, you did a great...
an agendaless
I know, right?
for a long time.
And the thing is, like,
Well, there's plenty going on.
yeah, you came up with a really cool concept, Scott, which is the wish list, the Christmas list. I thought that was a really cool idea. Because typically we have your what's your favorite? Excellent choice. Bradley is sold. Thanks, Bradley. We've made ourselves a new customer here. Our new
Awesome.
But yeah, so typically, people have their top 5 list, top 3 list. Honestly, these things bore the hell out of me. Every day, it's like, what's your top 3 list? What's your top 5? It's like, really?
Yeah.
Can we branch out besides soaps? Anyway,
Well, it's always evening, too, so it's like...
Yeah, and it's always changing. It's always, I don't really care. Unless I care about shave the days. I like to see new products and stuff like that. But I mean, these best stuff, this, best of that, bore the hell out of me. But you have done something different. You've done the wish list or your Christmas list, where you add that childlike curiosity, excitement to it. And what do you want? Not necessarily going to get it, but what is on your Christmas list? And I think we can expand upon that. And this pig is chewing on my headphone cord.
That's funny.
So that
was fun.
Oh, what do we got? Okay, so we got some audience participation happening over here too.
Yeah.
Oh, is my sound choppy?
A little bit, but you're all right.
Okay, well, I just gotta.
You're good.
Okay. Where was the old location? The old location of the Razor Emporium was in the Industrial Park. Which one? There are many. This pig is trying to get my attention.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Danish wet shaver is just saying that he watched that video and now his wife wants him to put together a wish list for her with shave gear. So that was the whole idea behind the whole thing. It's just because I know my wife, it drives her nuts that I'm the easiest but most impossible guy to shop for because I'll be happy with anything, really.
Oh, it's because you're a nice guy.
Well, sure, okay, but it's also I'm the most frustrating person to shop for because I don't say anything that I want.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's put a list together of things that are things that I'm not expecting anybody to send me anything. And I had people ask me about that.
You need to make that clear. You need to make
oh man,
Scott,
Make it clear,
Scott,
yeah.
are you asking people to send you this stuff? Because that's weird. I'm like, no, I'm not asking everybody to send me these things. I'm saying these are things that are on my Christmas list, right? These are the things that I want in my den. And so,
Yes.
like, you know,
For those of you who
I
don't know what
understand why the
Scott's
confusion
talking
there
about,
is.
Scott caused a little controversy yesterday or the day before, which never happens in Scott
I know.
world.
Yeah.
Where people thought he was putting together a Christmas begging list or something like that, and asking vendors and artists to send him what is on his list, where it could have been farther from the truth. I mean, he really was just, it was, putting together Christmas. I don't know, it doesn't boggle my mind.
Yeah.
But some people misconstrued that, apparently.
Yeah. It was great fun.
Yeah, it was definitely, any attention is good attention, I guess.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a fun idea to just generate some discussion among people and just say, hey, what's on your list? What are the hot items for you?
I think it's a great idea because honestly, you actually reminded me to put together a Christmas list. Typically, I've worked straight through all the holidays and never actually take any of them serious anymore. But now after that, I am constructing a Christmas wish list. I hope you're watching, Fran.
Yeah. It's a great idea. I mean, it really got everybody thinking. It got me thinking too to do the same thing. It could be like a video / hey, this is what I want for Christmas for my wife. So maybe
Just
it'll work.
in the top 5 or top 10 or top.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
5.
a lot of those things are way out of my range anyway. So I honestly have no real hopes of getting them.
I have headphones. I can't find a laptop. My
It's like,
laptop's
when you're a kid and you write to Santa and say, I want a pony, you have no realistic expectations, but it's just like, putting that list together. Honestly, I might get a soap or two maybe from that list, but I'm not expecting anything. It's just fun to dream and to point out some things that are like, ooh, the things that like that.
I heard you were expecting this.
I'm expecting one of those. Absolutely, I need one of them, and I'm not going to pay a dime for it. It's just funny. But I thought I'd throw a few of the things out there that I really love, like I've tried and I really like, and think that other people might really enjoy having them, or just things that I would like to have in my den. Because I know if I want it, then there are probably some other people out there that would like it, or just to generate some discussion. So.
Yeah, of course.
No, that's a good idea.
So, Joe, what would be on your list?
On my Christmas list, I don't know. My wife and I, we don't really do presents. We do maybe like here or there a few items because we basically we buy whatever we want all year round.
I love that idea.
Toggle.
I can't.
Toggle. He has one.
No, I have a toggle, and I won't buy another one. I wouldn't mind getting a double ring. I wouldn't mind getting that for Christmas.
Okay.
I don't think that'll happen because I don't think she would do all the research to find one, and then of course the price. But I mean, that would probably be on my wish list right now for razor wise. Otherwise, I've got pretty much everything I want. Every time his new soap comes out, I'm looking at it and I'm like, add that to my wish list. But I'm pretty good. I could probably use a new computer. I could tell you that better with more RAM and stuff, so I could get a little faster.
There you go.
I just think
a little better off with the
getting stuff like shaving stuff as a gift. It really doesn't do the same thing for me. It doesn't hit the same place that it does when I'm on a quest for it myself. Like in the wild. Someone just gives it to me. It's like, I don't know. It's just not the same. Maybe that's what my problem is.
Well, I just realized.
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
I just thought of something I should add to my list is a lav mic that can hook up to my iPhone for when I'm doing videos, because the sound in my bathroom is terrible. So.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Yeah.
As we all do. Those are pretty cheap, Scott. I'll get you one of those. It's like $6. But now you got me thinking. See, the thing is, my problem is not the razor point right now. So, I mean, when it comes to my Christmas list, I just have to walk around here and it's like, it's ridiculous.
I know, right?
Matt?
Yeah, the Christmas list is there.
Proto-Type.
He's got all the wish items.
Yes, I'm trying to get AV together. What Proto-Type?
Gillette Proto-Type.
Oh, I'll go grab it.
It's all good.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm surrounded by, like, I'm at a kid mechanic store here. Actually, there's one side of the shop I refuse to look at just because it was such rare collectibles. I know I'll freak out. In fact, I'm having Matt in one of the cases to take out a few so I can show you guys.
Cool.
But he actually has a Proto-Type or two, a real Gillette Proto-Type. Because I was showing him about Proto-Types.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nice.
That's awesome.
And, so I got that going on. I was thinking about, this is my prototype. So
What world is that?
this is an adjustable brush.
Like the weight?
Oh,
The
there.
weight's adjustable in the bottom?
Watch. So it almost doubles as a travel brush too, which is cool. But it'll change the backbone. So I can have like a, whatever loft I want. So, and you would put your own brush into it. Yeah. So
Why has nobody thought of this
That is
before?
awesome.
this is a prototype, so I'm still working on it, but I just want to put that out there that
That's awesome.
for feedback and whatnot. Thanks, Scott. Okay.
That's really clever.
I have a laptop coming.
Okay, Matt has a laptop. Trying to get Matt hooked up is, we're already 45 minutes left. But I'm going to put Matt on.
Sure.
He's going to tell you a little bit about this prototype.
Cool. Let's see it.
Laptop is going to be awesome. All right. Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you better than we were hearing Douglas.
Oh,
Yeah, can you-
okay. I'm not sure if I should be talking into this or this.
That's
I don't
the mic
know.
that's working. Is the one on your earbuds. That's the one that's working.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Well, hey, everyone. What's up? Matt Pisarcik from Razor Emporium. And we're really excited for our re-grand opening of our lobby. We've recently moved our business from kind of in the northern part of Phoenix to down in the downtown of Phoenix, right next to the ballpark. Yeah. And so we're just trying to tell our local Phoenix customers that, hey, we're open. The construction dust is settled. Come on down and shop with us again. And we're really happy to get new customers in the door. We had some people today that were just walking down the street because we are in downtown and saw a big sign that said shaving supplies. And they just came in. They're like, oh, what's going on today? So it's a neat place. Awesome. It's in a kind of walking district downtown. So we're really happy to be here.
Prime real estate. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. So and then Douglas was talking to me earlier, and I was putting out my razor collection this morning in the lobby, and I pulled out actual Gillette prototype that I have. I got this from a collector in San Diego, and the collector in San Diego got this from a collector in England, and this is basically a prototype with a flare tip.
Right.
So the top part of this is actually a black tip super speed, which is from 1951. The flare tip didn't make its debut until like 1954 or so. And so you can see that the entire tip is just basically a very rough piece of brass with two little lines on it. And even the top half of the doors is all brass. It hasn't been plated or anything. Mm-hmm. So people, often find razors. In fact, just yesterday, I had a guy message me on Facebook and said, hey, Matt, I found a super adjustable with date code RR on the bottom. That's really weird. It should say R1 or R3 or R4. And I said, yeah, that's different. He's like, well, is this a prototype? And I was like, no. So if you actually see prototypes from the machine shop of Gillette, they don't look like finished razors. They look very unfinished. Now, Gillette had things that weren't made in huge quantities, but stuff like this is something that is, one of a kind, obviously.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Would that have been considered the tan tip? I heard that there was you have the red tip and there was a tan tip Gillette adjustable that are safety razor. Is that a rumor or is
that's just a rumor? There was no tan tip. In fact, we're getting the second computer set up here. I'm going to walk you over into the lobby, and I have my display of actually the Gillette Super Speed Trio is what you're referring to, the light blue tip, the regular flare tip, and the heavy red tip. The flare tip did come in a tan case, but the tip was not painted. Mm-hmm. No, there's no tan tip. That's a rumor. Mm-hmm. So what else?
Have you heard of that before, though? Have you heard?
Yeah, I've heard that. In fact, if you guys have read the Krumholtz book, Phil Krumholtz, the Gillette Collector's Handbook, they talk about that in there. They talk about a tan tip, and that's just a rumor. So
that's pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, just typing over here. So what else is going on? Scott, what's going on with you, man?
Got a couple things in the mail this week that were pretty exciting. Matt, you might be pretty interested in this one.
Oh, I am. That's the.
The DNR adjustable, the stainless steel one.
Oh, it's actual stainless steel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did they have a different version at the first? Was it first going to be zinc, or is it always the stainless?
I think it was always going to be stainless, but so the handle is just solid stainless.
Email.
Has a nice little just set of the threads in there, and then has the numbers for the adjustment.
Nice. Now,
and then the head.
Hey, Marissa.
So it's actually a 3-piece. So the base plate just has it's spring loaded. So if you can kind of see in the middle there, underneath the center post, you can see that spring.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I do.
And that's how that adjust works. So, yeah.
Now,
I mean,
so it's
beautiful
basically
piece. It's really nicely polished and everything like that, but it's
it's like a stainless steel Progress then, kind of.
almost the
The Progress functions like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar to a Progress. Progress would have, of course, the dial on the bottom to adjust it, but this is you just turn the whole handle to adjust it.
Now, do they have a release date for that yet?
I think they're aiming for next month.
And do they have a price on it yet?
They've done a bunch of pre-orders. I don't know the price yet, but let me see if I can find that out. See what I can.
Because I've heard of this, but I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I saw just some pictures, but I haven't seen it in the flesh, so it's interesting.
Yeah. It's let's see, 131 grams is what they're saying, but they don't have any prices listed from what I can see.
A live podcast.
I'd imagine they're probably aiming for the 150 to 200 mark. But,
that would be good. Now it's made in Turkey, right?
Yes. Yeah, and I mean it's beautifully put together, very 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 well polished, and it's a really nice piece. But yeah, I'll be doing a review on this week.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. Thanks for sharing.
Let you guys see it, but yeah, pretty fun.
It looks really cool.
Yeah. And
nice.
The other one that I got this week that people might not know about is Archaic Alchemy. It's a new-ish shaving soap company out of Mexico.
Right.
And this one is this scent Eureka. It's a fougere. And to me, it smells just like Martin de Condre.
Right.
Really, really similar. And very similar in texture, very hard, very very solid, and the lather was incredible. At least my first one, it was really, really good. So, looking forward to giving that a try as well, and seeing if we can do a review on that. So,
nice. I'm trying to sign into a different computer over here so I can take you guys on a little tour.
That's all right.
Now, I saw that video that Con did about the soap makers and all that. And what's the kind of consensus out there? I really like the video. I agree that there's room for everyone.
mm-hmm.
But what's the consensus out there with our viewers? So many new brands emerging.
I think they feel the same way. I think there's a lot of room for soap makers. I don't know how much production certain ones do, but I think there's plenty of room in the market, and I think that you'll have some emerge and some leave here and there, but I don't think it's oversaturated yet. No.
I don't know. With more and more people coming into the hobby, I don't think it's necessarily oversaturated either. But people do need to be competitive. They need to be stepping up their game, because I mean, if they're not working to improve themselves, then they're going to get left behind. And so, while there are some that are really good, they need to be. You can't rest on your laurels. It's just the same way with any business, really.
I like what Jeeves says over here.
Yeah,
Jeeves says whoever makes it big is going to make it outside of the forums and Facebook. I have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Facebook forums are great. The Badger and Blade or Shave Den or Shave Nook, whatever, are great.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be a standalone thing, not just like a forum kind of.
Right. That's why, Dr. Johns, he's actually making deals with barbershops and different outlets like that beyond
Marissa.
The other forums. He's developing products to be sold in other venues, and so. That's absolutely right. You have to if you want to be successful in that, you have to find other outlets.
Right.
He's 100% right. And the guy the company that makes it to like CVS and Walmart and Walgreens that's on store shelves, that's going to be the guy that's going to be the one that makes it. It may not be as artisan as we want it to be. It may not be as, homemade, but that's the ones that are going to make it. Once we start seeing that, then we're going to see that the market's really probably at its peak or going to another level.
Well, and I think some people are doing that. Like you'll see Katie's Bubbles is being sold on Amazon. PAA is being sold on Amazon. Soap Commander's doing that. They're making headway in that regard. But it's still you have to find a way to compete with the guys that are doing mass produced. The Perazzos and the Arcos and those kinds of guys, but they're more well established.
Now, okay, hey, I got a second computer up. Let me try to plug into this.
Sounds good.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, you're not invited yet. So
let's see. Jeeves on Amazon. You can't keep it stocked. Wow, that's awesome. Good for you, Brian.
That is good, yeah.
That's really good.
What's the razor point?
Yeah, see, Steve has a great point. I have 10 years worth, but is it enough? See that, and that's the thing. Like, for an artisan soap maker, for instance, to be successful, you would have to come up with a few scents that are ubiquitous enough to be able to have like this outside line for people that aren't hobbyists. So the PAA CADs.
Yeah, you need a core line.
Yeah, exactly. You need the PAA CADs. You need the Soap Commander Courages. You need those signature, the Katie's Bubbles LPVs. Those signature scents, and you need like 2 or 3 that you can just have like the scent line that is just out there that everybody can really, really love. Focus on those 2 or 3 and really promote those and try to get them outside the Facebook forums and the shaving forums.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like beer, it's like wine. You'll have like 4 or 5 different types of beer from a brewery that's produced all the time and available everywhere. But then they'll have like 8 or 9 of them.
Right.
8 or 9 of them will come out, locally or periodically. That's what I think is going to end up happening to the soap business.
Yeah, Brian's point, wholesaling could be huge. Razor Rocks and Michi.
Yeah, that's what's going to make the business.
Yeah. If you come out with a line that's going to be, that flagship product that can really set itself apart from the cans of Edge Goo, then you have an opportunity. And it might have to start with just small local markets or something like that, and really just try and get your product in.
Yeah, for like farmers markets, even farmers markets would be a great place to start. You could go there and just start selling stuff there, or if you can get a contract with Whole Foods, that'd be even better.
Right.
Sorry, guys. Can anyone see Matt?
No. It says the stream was unable to connect due to a network error.
Yeah, we're both on the same network. So.
Oh, Jeep says he does well at cigar shops. That makes sense.
Cigar shops. I didn't even think of that, but yeah, that's a great idea.
Tobacconists. Edwin Jagger, they're in a lot of tobacconists.
Local barbershops be another opportunity for you too. If there are any actual barbershops there, not just, obviously not Great Clips or something like that, but, an actual barbershop.
It's almost like you have to make the average person try it. Because for us, we know, I'm going to buy what I want. I know I don't need to learn about wet shaving. I already know what I want. And it's just selection for me. But for those guys that aren't converted yet, that just so happen to see it and try it, that's the market that we need to get into.
Right.
We need to get those guys buying.
Right.
Everything with cinnamon in it?
Pumpkin pie.
Douglas is a soap maker who does things for what stands between our ideas and the mass-produced and artisan for retail. Now I can see Matt, but there are 2 other windows that are up for
It's all the way in the bottom.
Yeah, I see the two other windows also, which I've never seen.
All right, I see you.
I thought we could only ever
Apparently we
have
can
four.
get more than 4 people on here.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Looks like we get 6.
Apparently.
6 people in here.
That's great. As for farmers markets, I don't think I've ever done a farmers market.
Yeah.
It's just the wrong crowd.
Can you
Yeah, I
boot
agree.
You think so?
me out or something? Or
Well, you're in.
oh, okay. All right.
It might be yeah, local wine shows. If there is a, I don't know, it's not my thing, but like a beer festival or something like that. And actually, it reminds me, Oktoberfest, like Utah, surprisingly enough, has an Oktoberfest, and it's rather big, and you get a lot of people there that are into craft beers, and you get 2% beers, inside joke. Anyway, so people that are into craft beers and that they're and beard oils and that kind of stuff. You get that kind of thing. They often do mustache and beard contests, those kinds of things. It'd be a great place to try and do that kind of thing as well.
What was there a question about where to sell soap or something?
Let's see.
I think we were talking about what's the difference between a small soap company and emerging soap companies versus the big brands. That's how we get onto this.
Like where to sell it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where to sell. Brick and mortar, barbershops and supply stores. I mean, male grooming supply stores, male clothing stores. I mean, possibilities are endless. Wherever guys flock to.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, like, most guys don't like shopping,
Right.
And so it's hard to find that place that is going to get that is frequented by guys, that are going to be shopping there regularly. At least I know I personally, if I go clothes shopping, I'm in and out as fast as I can.
Right. We hear that a lot. We have a lot of women that want to come in and shop for their husband or their boyfriend, that they want to get them something, and the guy's not going to do it themselves, so the woman just has to get it done.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great starting point. Is if a guy gets a woman is shopping for a boyfriend or her husband or whoever, and finds a soap that or some product that they really like the smell of or the appearance of, then that is great in as well. Sublease a Yankee Candle. Actually, you say that, Matthew Weaver, you say that kind of tongue in cheek, but who was it? I remember seeing an artisan that was doing candles.
Right.
That smelled like their soaps.
I did that. I called them mandals.
There you go. Well, I don't think it wasn't you, Douglas. It was somebody else. It was Chisel Face. That's who it was.
Okay. I did it a couple of years ago. It really didn't pan out. Too much work for what actually happened with it. But mandals, yeah.
The kiosk in the mall would probably work. As for like wine walks and stuff, I am in the wine business, and I can tell you that I've talked to, I have like 6,000 customers a week in my store, and I don't think maybe 1% of the people per year even know what I'm doing or even want to discuss it. And I give out my business cards for my site and for the podcast and stuff. It's just like something when they go in there, they just want wine and spirits. Maybe more like a brewery or something like that would work out. As for that, most of the people there, they're just like really into the item being sold. It's kind of needs its own entity, you know what I mean? Its own identity for the shop. A kiosk in the mall will probably do very well, though, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially during the holidays.
Boutiques.
Yeah.
Boutiques. Yeah. So, Matt, you seem to be showing us subtly, I might add, what the new razor Emporium. Can you give us a little talking tour?
Yeah, I've been walking with the laptop, and everyone here is looking at me.
Show the ceiling, though. So look what's above him. It's not a sliding fire pole. It's a net.
Yeah, we're in a kind of industrial, cool building down here in downtown Phoenix, and this space is a shared space for our lobby. And there's another company that has this back kind of shop area that's a leather company. I used to have an affiliation with the company. It's now called Ezra Arthur. They make awesome, high-quality men's branding, men's branded wallets and notepads and sunglasses cases, strops. The original name of the company was Bison Made. If anyone recognizes that name, Bison Made. They still have the little emblem. So it was started by a good friend of mine. He's actually right here. I'll introduce him. I'm not sure if you can hear. So Sebastian, here, it's turned on this way, 180 so people can see without the light. So, hey, what's up, guys? So here, why don't you put this in right here?
Hey, Sebastian.
Yeah, they're live. We're on podcast.
Can you hear him?
Typically 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sebastian.
That's pulling other people on. So
Yeah, I'm famous for just grabbing people like, hey, talk. So Sebastian and I were actually the original founders of Razor Emporium, and we also started the leather company, and he's taken it and grown it, and it's now at the start. Listening.
That's awesome. I'm looking at your website right now.
Actually, they ask questions over here.
Yeah.
That's the camera right there.
Yeah, it's the camera up there.
Cool.
So we're sharing a space with them for our lobby. We have our own workshop next door, but the lobby is shared. They have leather products and the razor products. So I'm going to take you on a quick look at that.
You want to walk with you?
Sure. Yeah, so we get 2 for 1 here. You're connected. All right. So we have a little display. We have a little display here of some vintage shaving products that are for sale. So if you're looking for a straight razor or safety razor, one of our revamped items, we have just kind of a little host of stuff in this little display case here.
Oh, nice.
I'm really happy to have the collection finally on display in the lobby. So we have my razor collection with a lot of original vintage hats and all frames. And it's all backwards. I don't know. My camera's obviously displaying everything 180 degrees backwards.
Yeah, it doesn't. We can all see it straight.
Toggle.
Okay. So we have a cool display case over here. We just got all together today, actually. Got this all. Now, someone was asking earlier about the tan, the red, and the blue, the light, the heavy, and the regular. Yeah, they were different colored cases, but they were not tan tips, just regular flare tips inside there. Fat boy display, slim. But yeah, this is just kind of using collecting razors and some fun with it. Customers like looking for stuff. And then we have some shelves over here with some of our product on the shelves. So we have some strops up here. And this is some of the Ezra Arthur strops. And then we have the Razor Emporium strops. And yeah, we just have some razors and shading products, brushes. It feels a lot more like a store now. Before, it was not very store friendly. It's kind of like in a corporate plaza. What's up, Don? One of our longtime customers, Don, over here, Don Hall.
Hi, Don. How's it going?
Yeah.
Wonderful place.
Yeah, thank you.
Much bigger.
Thanks.
It does feel like a store.
That's right. Awesome. It's like a store. And we're also really happy to have the leather products. So if you want to come in and buy a high quality wallet, made right here in the shop, or high quality belts, or they make a straight razor. So that was something you were playing with it. But the really cool thing with their shop is that they do so much right here in the building. They can do cutting of any leather item. They do printing. So Douglas was actually commenting earlier that he used to work on a machine like this, making printed items.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So the shop goes back a while, but anyway, I just want to give you guys a little quick tour.
So in the back there, is that where you do most of the restoration work for the
The leather stuff and the razor work aren't really compatible to be next to each other. You got debris, dust, and fibers, and polishing compound and grinding. So we actually have that next door. But this is where our lobby is because you can walk right off of the parking lot and go right in.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is cool. It's
awesome.
Really, it's awesome. It's huge too. Matt, there's some questions down below. If you click the questions button.
Where did you get the giant safety razor? Oh, the toggle. That's come with me to different shows and events. That is a original Gillette solid brass. It probably weighs 10 or 15 pounds. It was a piece that Gillette used for a promotion when they first came out with the adjustable razor in 1958. And this is one of a kind. There's only one made. I got it from a Gillette employee.
That's awesome.
What else? What shaving has to get more publicly, more artisans? Yeah. I mean, I think that this thing's growing. One reason we wanted to move downtown is people can walk right in and see us. We want to help grow the whole movement.
Mm-hmm.
And there's questions below, Matt, too.
I'm sorry.
And
why the move? Oh, okay. So the first one, why the move? So we were in our other building for 3 years. We had a 3-year lease, and if anyone has ever rented space, I know Douglas rents space. We have Lee from WSP right here. Lee from Wet Shaving Products.
Hey, Lee.
So he knows he's in a 5-year lease. I know. I don't know about Douglas. Do you have a lease on yours for multiple years, 2-year lease? So if you own a business and you're stuck in one building, if you're trying to grow and you're there for 3 years and you're like, hey, I have no more room, what are you going to do? Rent another building there? So the great thing is we found this building here downtown and it has so much space. We got twice the amount of space and we're paying the exact same amount of rent.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that works out.
It's just like if you have a family that's growing, you need more bedrooms.
it's a no-brainer. No-brainer.
Let's see what else. Well, what new items will Razor Emporium be adding? So one of the reasons for the move here as well was to collaborate once again with the leather company. Like I said, Sebastian and I were good friends. We started both businesses together. We have some aspirations to work on metal items together. So like he's working on a new comb, for instance. This is a Chicago comb he's making. He wants us to help him with some metal finishing, some of the tumbling or polishing of like stainless steel combs. So that's something we can do some collaborative work on. Or if we get involved, like great razors, we can get involved with some of the sharpening, scale work. So there's reasons also to help collaborate and work together with another local small business.
Nice.
What else? Let me see what's
Very
down
good.
here. Okay. How much does the blade angle affect the perceived smoothness of a shave, modern versus vintage heads? I think the trend, in my opinion, with vintage, the vintage ones were a lot more mild. I think everyone here has used, Gillette razor. They're a lot more on the mild to medium side. I think the trend today with modern stuff is a lot more aggressive. I think everyone wants that, BBS shave, and I think it comes at having more and more aggressive razor heads.
I think it might not necessarily be aggressiveness, but more efficiency. Like you see a lot more blade gap, but not a lot of blade flick, which is where a lot of people get the aggressiveness from. And so, at least that's my take on it. Is that the modern razors they offer a lot more efficiency without a lot of the aggressiveness that you might see in some.
Right.
But
Let's see if there's any other questions I can help answer. Look at the size of that vintage Gillette, but it scares me to think of the woman who shears to shave her business. Yeah.
I see a question. Longevity virus and soaps, that's a question that comes up every now and again. And there's an example I like to use. There are soaps in Turkey who mature or cure their soaps for 7 to 9 years before they sell it. So if it tells you anything. Creams will spoil because the water content there. So you'll be weird about that.
whoa, wait a second, something's different.
we got
different here.
Marissa got blonde.
A little different there, yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Of course, I guess that I haven't seen her for 6 months. So
My Facebook profile picture is still brunette, and people come into the shop and they're like, "Can you get me Marissa?" And I'm like, "Actually, it's me. This is the only shirt I ever wear. It's Marissa."
You should leave the room and then come back in again and be like, "Hey."
I came and got myself.
Yeah. Keep talking. I have been listening, so keep going.
I was just talking about how long soap can last. Typically, soap will last a long time. What will happen is the scent will eventually fade. But I don't even put the lid back on my soaps. I let them all air dry for as long as possible. It makes them, they lose water and they get harder and become longer lasting. But if it's a cream soap or a softer like Croak, that you might want to be wary of. That could go bad or spoil due to the water content. So I hope that helps out. But when it comes to all your other soaps, just let them dry.
Yep.
Ample drying time. Just let them dry before you put that lid back on.
The thing that will really ruin a soap is developing mildew, right?
You're really going to screw up, though. If you're going to put the lid on right after you're done using it. I didn't want to say this, but I've been doing an experiment for the last 10 days. Or actually, no, it's probably 2 weeks now, where I've been doing a pH test of a certain soap every single day to show that the pH will not change in the soap if you bloom it. And I'm doing extreme blooming. I'm filling the soap up with water and leaving it overnight with the water still in it. The next day I'll dump it out, I'll pH test it, and then fill it up with water and let it sit for the night. And I'm just showing that it hasn't changed at all in pH, just to get rid of that myth that suddenly surfaced out of nowhere. And guys, I've done all the pH testing, filmed that. Now I just need to film myself shaving with it and doing a final pH test to show that nothing's happened yet. But the thing
Have
is,
you ever considered actually doing different water testing? I know that you are kind of a mad scientist. I know that you've taken water samples from a lot of different people, but actually taking specific, like by state or by county, even in Arizona, I mean, there's a million doing hard water, soft water. Does that affect how much soap you're forced to use to actually get a good lather?
oh yeah, I'm sure it will.
Okay.
It will definitely. I mean, especially trying for a lather. And if you don't have a softener, I use a water softener in my place. In the past, I've used citric acid or lemon juice even to aid in lathering it, or distilled water where I had to. But yeah, this is pretty much after this test, this pH testing, this 10 days of using water, blooming, extreme blooming. It was all about letting it dry for 10 days, and there's no mold. It looks as good as ever, and it still has a scent. And the pH hasn't changed. So that's what I want to prove, and I'll release that video soon. But I'm sorry, Marissa, what do you got for us? You've been hanging out with the pig.
I have been, yeah. Matt or the actual pig?
Yeah. Frankie.
You can't hear me. It's fine.
Okay, fair enough. So, how's it going here at the little grand opening? Having a good time?
It's been good. We actually were surprised at the turnout. We think of sometimes of Phoenix being this small place, but there's a lot of people here that are wet shaving.
And there he is, Frankie, all his glory. They're smarter than dogs.
Who does Frankie belong to?
He belongs to Sebastian. He's the owner of Ezra Arthur.
Okay.
He's also a really big Gillette collector. He has actually everything in this case is Sebastian's.
Wow.
I posted some of that to Instagram.
Nice.
Beautiful stuff.
But yeah, I mean, we had sent out some emails to past customers and that sort of thing. But you think of California, you think of big wet shaver meetup places, and we don't think of Phoenix like that. But why not? We have Lee, Doug, Matt here. It could be with a little bit of just taking the time to put some burgers on a grill on Saturday. So it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been a really good time. And, it gets me out of the house, so I'm stoked. And I'm going to check out, again, some of these antique shops after the fact. I've been inspired.
Yeah.
So what else we got? Questions?
Somebody asked if I have tried the Hawk from Razor Rock yet. No, I have not. I'm generally kind of shying away from the feather artist style blades. I don't know. I haven't been super impressed with them. I have a couple of them, but I just don't find myself reaching for them as often as I do to ease. So I don't know if I'll really pick it up. Just me. I know it's cheap, but
When's he re-releasing that? When's he coming back out? Because
yesterday.
I was in a work meeting when it came out. And I missed it.
I think
I
I see somebody. I saw somebody saying that they got it yesterday. So
Dude, I missed Tom Fruit. I missed everything.
wait, you missed.
Yeah. Did you answer this question? How much does the blade angle affect the perceived smoothness of a shave? That's an interesting question. The perceived
I think we did, yeah.
smoothness? Okay. As long as you get to it.
Questions? Where are they? Okay, I scroll down. I can see.
That was right. Okay. Sorry, guys. We are winding down here.
All good.
So, yeah, there's a Movember thing happening right now, guys.
Angles affect, not the gap.
What's that?
The question was angles affect, not the gap. Scott was right. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm reading. Okay.
Yeah,
Disregard.
it's all good.
What was this clown fruit launch about? I saw it through the Instagrams, and a lot of people were doing it. Can somebody pick me up or let me know what's up with that? I would actually not scroll through my Instagram feed because I didn't want to have a clown image the last thing I saw before I fell asleep. What was that? Oh.
Especially not a freaky clown like that.
Yeah, it was soap and aftershave collaboration that I did with local gent. And, yeah, it was actually a pretty killer collaboration. We also did pre-shave soap. He's a bomb. But the thing is, the products glow. They also glow. So
In the dark?
they do, and we didn't tell anybody.
Would my face glow if I use the aftershave?
Not the aftershave, but the soap, the lather, and the pre-shave soap. We didn't market it as such, though. We just kept it on the DL, and now people are finding out about it.
That's awesome.
Walking into the bathrooms at
Yeah, I missed
glowing.
it.
Yeah. So it was a pretty fun release, but no, it's magical stuff too. I use actual wormwood as they do in absinthe for this aftershave. That's basically the same color as absinthe, but really level 2, level 3 stuff when it comes to my new aftershaves. I think so.
So are you responsible for all of the clowns being out in public and like hiding places and
Pretty much, yeah.
charging cars?
I hired them. That was part of the promotion. Yeah.
Smart. You're a smart guy.
Trick or treat.
Guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, at its finest. Clown marketing is what I call it, though.
Right.
That's the working title, anyways.
Clown yeah.
Let's think.
So you got any guys interested in winter seasonal soaps? Because I'm coming out with that guide in the first week of December for the podcast. I'm working on winter seasonal now. I'm researching. I found a few of them, but not too many.
Kane will be back. The shaving, which is Ray Rum, that'll be back. We have a couple other ones. Magi. Magi it's been maturing in the cabinet for over a year. That's going to be some really public stuff.
Oh, nice.
Wait, what's Magi like? What's the scent?
Frankincense and myrrh.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Essential oil. It's the resin.
Wait, I need the smell of gold, Douglas. Come on.
Anytime you shave with one of my products, it leaves the smell of gold. Sorry.
Jeeves apparently is doing pomegranate and cranberry. So, unfortunately, count me out on that one. Anything involving pomegranate makes me sick. So,
Really?
yeah, I used to love it when I was like 10. I used to eat them like crazy. But then I got sick one day and I'd eaten a bunch of pomegranate and I started throwing up. And so, like, anytime I even taste or smell pomegranate now, it just makes me nauseated.
That's how I
And it
am with
probably had
absinthe.
nothing to do with pomegranate. So, I probably just caught a bug. It had nothing to do with pomegranate, but it just literally left me with a bad taste in my mouth.
I have the same thing with blueberries. I vomited after eating a blueberry pie. Ever since then. Yeah. That's just the one thing you don't want to vomit.
Yeah.
Somebody should make something that's like Thanksgiving scented soap, like gravy and turkey and like stuffing. Like
I am doing something. That's,
Are you?
Yeah, I'll tell you off camera, but it's pretty funny. I have a couple that are pretty funny. They're more surprised.
So your pre-shave is something like gravy, and then your aftershave is a little bit of cranberry, and then the actual. Oh yeah, Leighton says put the meat in. Sorry.
The others are listening.
A really nice winter scent that I really like is Serenity from Soap Commander. Really, really nice soap.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, Thanks Living is another one. Thanks Living, though, people have to be careful with because I think it does have clove oil in it, and so some people might have a sensitivity to that.
Oh yeah.
It has what?
Clove oil. So, Thanks Living is the name of that one. Thanks Living.
Thanks, Living.
That one should be released here in the next week or so. I think Tuesdays they're releasing it on
I saw that.
on Election Day on the 8th.
Nice. And I will be. Tom Fruit will be making one more appearance. It's been sold out both times, so we're gonna do a third release and then call it quits.
Your marketing worked.
No, it's the product itself. I'm telling you, it's magical stuff. But we are winding down, folks. We're coming to the end of another Wet Chickens Roundtable. This one has been pretty surreal, let me tell you. I can see Marissa in the back of her head over there. She can see me. Yeah. So,
I see Joe over there. Hi, Joe.
So, if anyone has any last minute questions they'd like to get in, please ask them now. We'll be signing off soon.
The DOCs, the stainless steel DOCs, people were asking about that. If anybody's tried one besides Douglas.
People have.
Yeah. I know I've seen a few reviews on Facebook and stuff, but I haven't.
They look
Yeah,
awesome.
they look killer. But
Leonard was just here. He just left, but he had tried the Proto-Type before anybody. I mean, Marty.
Get that out of here. Get that thing out of here.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, we got clowns. There
That's
we
one of
go.
my favorite images right there. You just set me back in therapy. Anyways, yes. No, Leonard would have loved to talk about that or spoke about that.
Oh yeah, just message him about it. I think. But yeah, they look awesome. I mean, it's. I'd imagine just like the original DOC, they look killer aggressive, but I'm sure they're not.
No, they are. These actually are more aggressive. About
Really?
medium aggressive. The
Really?
high end of medium aggressive. Oh yeah. That was the goal. Because I mean, last time, there's people thought it was just too mellow, the original. So.
It was pretty mild.
So one thing they were asking for a couple of different things. Like they wanted a little more aggressive razor, they wanted stainless steel, they wanted a longer handle, so on and so forth. So that's what this one's all about. So stainless steel and the version. That's why they call it the evolution, because it really is an evolved version of it.
Makes sense.
Well,
Well, it looks fantastic. Yeah.
I think you're gonna really enjoy it.
Yeah, it does. It literally look cool.
Yeah, I think you're really gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna do a pass around with some of my YouTube buddies, so you guys get to try it. And if I have any left by the time I get home, it's been crazy the last couple of days.
Yeah.
A crazy week. I'm exhausted.
That's great.
I've lost my voice from being here all day too. I can tell. Okay, it looks like it's time to sign off. Yes, I'll give him a look.
I don't think there's any.
I have no idea where Matt went. So
No, it's perfectly. You're going to end the show with us, Marissa. Yep.
yeah, I'll speak for him.
So this has been yet another scorching on the scene take on the Wet Shavers Roundtable, folks. With me, Douglas Smythe of PhoenixShaving.com, Marissa Neal of Razor Emporium. This is, after all, the grand opening, the re-grand opening of the Razor Emporium. Fitting that she should join us and send us off. And then we have Joseph Borelli of Wet Shaver News. And the clean shaver, Scott Osterman himself. Thanks again for joining us, folks. It's been a lot of fun. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Episode 68. I think next week's we're going
guys.
to have Christian Lorette with us talking about November and what's going on with that. But it's going to be a killer episode no matter what, no matter where. So tune in next week, episode 68 for the Cheers Roundtable. Until then, people, ciao.
See you, everybody.
Bye.